Welcome to MSOC Media. My name is Angel, and I'm part of the MSOC Media team. We aim to bring people of our community together, and as part of this, I'm glad to announce that we're starting a new series called Stories of Grace. So, if you have a story to tell, dreams to share, or talents to show, we welcome you all to Stories of Grace. Starting off strong, today we have the wonderful opportunity to celebrate and congratulate a winner amongst us, Dora Abbi. We're proud to say that she is a member of the Syriac Orthodox faith. She is a member of St. George JSOC Basingstoke. She has recently won the Changemaker of the Year award presented by the Duke of Edinburgh at the Buckingham Palace. I would like to express a warm congratulations on her accomplishments. She is an inspiration, especially to all our young listeners. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with her. Hi, Dora. Thank you for being a part of Stories of Grace. It's a pleasure to have you as our first guest.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's really great to be on here.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, you're part of Basingstoke Church, and that I don't think we know much about you. So, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dora. I'm 17, so I'm in year 13 doing my A-levels. So I do biology, chemistry, math, and geography. So it's quite sciencey, I guess. But yeah, so I've been volunteering at the hospital since August of 2023 as part of my Duke of Edinburgh award. And so that's sort of where everything started off from. But yeah, I'm really interested in volunteering community service. I think it's really important to me. Yeah, and then I guess some fun facts about me. I like to read. I really love reading, and I'm a dancer, so I dance. I do Bharatanatyam.
Brilliant. It's a great achievement that you've just achieved a Changemaker Award of the Year, and you were presented it at the Buckingham Palace. It's such a proud moment for Syriac Orthodox faith and our community. But I'm sure not everybody knows about Duke of Edinburgh. So would you just be able to explain what Duke of Edinburgh is?
Yeah, so Duke of Edinburgh, it's an award scheme, and you can start in year 9 at the bronze level. And then I think it's from year 10, you do silver. And then once you're 16, you can do the gold award. But for each of the awards, you have a physical section. So you have to do like, some kind of physical exercise, I guess. So I do dance, and it's for varying amounts of time. So for bronze, it might be for 3 months. And then for silver, it'll be 6 months. And then for gold, it's like 1 year. So sort of how the time scales work. And then the other section is called skills. So you develop a skill. So I was doing coding at some point. I did lifeguarding for my silver. And then I'm doing reading now as my gold. And then the third section is volunteering. So you volunteer somewhere. And then the fourth section is called an expedition. So you go on like a hike for like I think bronze like 2 days, 1 night. For gold, it was I think it was 5 days, 4 nights, something like that. And so I was hiking in the South Downs and then camping there for a week. So we did 100 miles in 6 days. That was like the challenge we're doing. And then for gold specifically, we also do a residential. So at the start of summer last year, I did a residential at it was a respite holiday home for people who had disabilities. So we were just being like, social volunteers, helping them out and doing activities. So that's sort of what I've been doing. But yeah, that's what DAV is.
That's nice. That sounds fun as well. So you would definitely recommend it to youngsters, would you?
Yeah, I definitely would. I think it gives you a bit of structure to develop new skills and to meet new people. And so it really has been an invaluable experience. So yeah.
Nice. So tell us a bit about your achievement and your experience being at the Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, so I was awarded the Changemaker of the Year award, and that was for my community service and volunteering. So thing I've been doing with that has been volunteering at the local hospital. And so I joined their youth forum in 2023 in August. And so with that, I've been on focus groups and just like raising young people's voices in healthcare. I also did a gift drive with that as well for the children's ward at Christmas. A big thing has been the Call for Concern Advisory Board. So it's a group of us volunteers working with some senior nurses at the hospital, and we help promote and advocate the service called Call for Concern. And so that's a service which enables patients and families to seek a second clinical opinion if they're worried about their care. So it makes sure that families and patients actually have a voice at the table as well. And so I've been really passionate about making sure that the service and the resources around that is accessible for everyone. So especially young people, people with disabilities, people whose first language isn't English, because often that's the group that is the most vulnerable, and it's important to make sure that they know that they have that voice and they can raise their concerns. Another thing it was we saw a radio show, so that was quite fun. So we did a radio show for the children's ward as well. So we just talked about music and pop culture. And in October, I was appointed a governor for the hospital. So I'm now the youth governor, and I represent young people within the policies and within like strategy planning. So it's been a really incredible experience. I've learned a lot about like healthcare, but also the corporate side of that as well. But yes, that's what I've been doing at the hospital. I also worked on the food bank at our school, so it's for a local primary school, and so we've been really promoting that and working with that to raise awareness and to increase the number of people actually, bringing in food that we can then donate. And I was also volunteering at a care home last year for about a year, and I was organizing game shows and things for residents. So that's kind of like what I was doing, and that's what I won my award for. And then, Buckingham Palace, I mean, it was really surreal. Like, I never expected that to happen. That was not what I was expecting to happen last year. And it was amazing. Like, you go through like the guards, and then you walk through the courtyard and you walk up the stairs. It was really cool because the place we were was actually where they filmed the clip for the 2012 Olympics with Queen Elizabeth and like James Bond walking through that corridor. I don't know if like people remember that one, but that's sort of where we were. And so that was really cool. And the actual palace was gorgeous inside. It was really, really beautiful. And then we also met some celebrities. So we met Oliver Phelps, who plays George Weasley in Harry Potter. And me personally, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So that was really cool.
Okay. Like, oh my God, moment for you.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, where did you come from? I was like, wait, what? But that was really cool. And then I got to meet the other kind of winners, and that was really inspiring because they're all doing just incredible work. So one person was, I think, making DV clothes from old tent fabric, and so upcycling. Another person had, I think it's some learning disabilities, but they kind of persevered and became a DV leader, and so they were helping other people complete the award. And then another girl she had cancer and she continued DV throughout, even with that. And she kept this really, she was incredible. I mean, just listening to her story, it was really inspiring as well. But yeah, and then also I met Prince Edward, so the Duke of Edinburgh, and just talked to him about what I was doing, like my work and my volunteering. And he's the one who presented me my certificate. And we all had like a photo shoot. That was quite cool. But yeah, and then we also had afternoon tea. So had afternoon tea at the palace. I mean, that's a bit of a once in a lifetime opportunity. And there were like brownies, canapes, little sandwiches. I personally like the brownies the best. I have such a big sweet tooth, so that was it was really.
Any advice or anything special that Prince Edward said to you that you would cherish?
Oh, I think one thing he's like just to keep going as well, because I feel like it's something that more people should be doing. So just volunteering, like trying something new, because you gain so many new skills with that as well, and you meet so many people. So I think that was a big thing, is like just to keep going with things. And then I remember him talking like, because I told him about the radio show we started, and he was like, yeah, that's where all the new DJs start as well. So it's just, making the most of all these opportunities and seeing what you can build with that as well.
I think this is all such an inspiration for everybody to, come out of their comfort zones and
Mm.
go chase opportunities and do things. And you've achieved so much at such a young age, such an inspiration to everybody. But is there any advice or motivation that you would give to the young listeners?
Yeah, I don't know whose quote this is, but it was, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't like shoot, right? So just try things out. And it's really scary to try something that's outside your comfort zone, but that's where you grow the most, and that's where you grow the most skills. And I think, especially because like we're young and like we're teenagers, and I know we're all busy, but at the same time, life just gets busier as well. And like this is kind of the time where we have almost at the most time to be making the most of as well. And especially when you're young, people are a lot more willing to kind of mentor you and like to help you achieve certain things as well. So I think a big thing is make your own opportunities as well. Like email people, ask people for advice, and just see where you can get to with that, and just try things out. I think there's opportunities everywhere. It's just sometimes it's difficult to see them as well. So making the most of everything that's around you. And then, yeah, if you're really passionate about something as well, just try it. Like, see where you can go with that, whether that's fundraising, whether that's volunteering somewhere. Because when you meet so many people, I think that's such a valuable thing you can gain. And also, you gain so many new skills by doing volunteering and by organizing a fundraiser or things like that, right? So I think you gain a lot of soft skills as well. So yeah, I think the main thing is just try things out, just chase your goals. But yeah.
That's brilliant. I think that applies to people of every age, not just
Yeah,
youngsters.
definitely.
So wonderful. Also, I just want to say your parents must be so proud of you. And they must have supported you throughout. How did they support you? What was the big support that you got from them? Just so
Yeah,
I know there will be youngsters out there who want to do Duke of Edinburgh. There'll be parents who may not know how to like actually support them. So,
mm,
was there any specific things that they did for you?
yeah. I mean, I would have done nothing if it weren't for my parents. Like they're like the main motivator in everyone. But yeah, I think the first thing was actually, it was my mom who found out about DV. So she's the one who like
What
first
is the mothers?
she kind of like started this whole thing off.
Yeah.
And I did mine online. So usually schools do it, but my school actually didn't do it. So just to anyone whose school doesn't do it, there's something called eDV, and you can do it online. I'm from Berkshire, so we have something called Berkshire Youth, but I'm pretty sure you could probably apply wherever you're from. But yeah, so if you go online, see if there's like a DAV center near you. So whether that's at schools, or sometimes there's like a like out of school kind of center that does DAV as well. And just sign up first of all as well. And I think that's kind of like what the main thing is, especially if you're doing it on your own. So, because I was doing it on my own as well. Like my parents were really helpful, helping me find opportunities. So, especially with an expedition as well. So, we were usually doing open expeditions. So, we're going on an expedition with people we don't know. So, it was really helpful. Like, they really helped me find those opportunities. And I think a big thing is just to keep you going, right? And like, if I'm finding something difficult, or I'm finding it hard to do certain things, like my parents were always there to like encourage me, and they were always like the voice of reason as well. I think that's a big one. But yeah, I think making like my parents were always just so supportive and just really encouraging, and I think that was the main thing.
That's good. It's good to have a good community around you.
Yeah.
Um, so you're still young. What's your next goals? What's your next plan?
Yeah, well, like the immediate next goal is for my A level exams, which is happening in May and June this year. So that's exciting. Then after that, hopefully uni. I applied for medicine, and that's a really long process. So I've got to wait for the offers, hopefully. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going. I really want to go into medicine. I really love that field. That's why I was volunteering at the hospital for a lot of that time. But also like in the summer, I'd really like to expand our outreach program, and I'd like to start some preventative healthcare workshops with local schools. So going into schools, going into like community events, and like giving talks or increasing awareness of certain health issues and improving people's like health literacy. I feel like as we're moving forward, instead of just having like the diagnose and treat kind of method we need to work on preventative medicine, making sure people reduce their chances of developing certain diseases earlier on, rather than developing it and then having to go through treatment. So I think increasing medical literacy that way. So that might just be improving people's understanding of even how to like book your own GP appointment. It's like most people don't know how to do that properly as well. So just like even teaching that, or when it comes like healthy eating, like we know about have a healthy diet and exercise, but that's not accessible for like there are a lot of people that where that's just not accessible, where like buying healthy food is a lot more expensive as well. So things like that. I'd like to like develop a little menu, not menu, like a recipe thing, or like exercise regimes that you can do at home that's actually cost effective and people can actually implement as well. I think another thing is just raising awareness of like warning signs as well of certain diseases. So there was a public health campaign called Act Fast, and that was for strokes. So Act Fast is fast, which is face, arms, and speech. And so if you notice a really stark difference in one of those, it might be a warning signal for stroke. And that's something really small, but if more people knew about it, then you could really save lives with that as well. So yeah, I'd really like to work on like some preventive health workshops, or just phrase like health literacy over summer, or develop some kind of program with the hospital. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'd really like to do.
Oh, that's brilliant. Good luck with everything. Good luck with
Thank
your A
you.
level. I hope
Thank
you're
you.
able to achieve everything that you want to achieve. And congratulations on everything that you have achieved so far.
Thank you so much.
It's
Thank
great
you.
speaking to you. It's great getting to know you. I think you're a wonderful person and something everyone should listen to. Hence why you're on our show. And yes, so
Thank
thanks for giving us your time, and congratulations and best of luck with everything.
you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining me today on the first episode of Stories of Grace. If you liked this episode, please do like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back with another episode, with another guest, and another wonderful story. Thank you. Bye.